Well, it's 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I'm John Celestri, and I'm going to do some drawing, and hopefully you'll be looking over my shoulder, or whether it's now or whenever you get a chance to watch the repeat. So let's get the opening going. Well, hi, how you doing? I'm John Celestri, and welcome to my studio. Here it is. And I've been. It's been quite an experience doing shows every couple of days. Oh, and let's see here where we got. And Frata CR, and I am ready to watch. Okay, that's great. Thank you. So, have you got your pencils, boys and girls? Usually it's boys here, but anyway, I'm going to work on the last page in Bloodwing Angel Chronicles episode 4. And, I've gone through and showed you the basic elements of what I do and how I set things up, but I do it all the time. And so you just watch me as I'm doing it. Have your questions, whether they're relevant to the actual drawing or not. I'll be happy to answer them, and hopefully I'll do this in about 30 minutes this time. We went kind of long last time, but it is what it is, and so I'm going to get my page. There I am, and that's better than the last time. Okay, because I think I've set it up better this time where I can actually see what's going on underneath the this. See where I'm going here. This here is all. I can actually peek in here behind the curtains right now. So I'm going to start working with this, and let's see here. Usually, what I do, as I've said before, is I do a thumbnail, basically a layout page in final print size, which is what you see here. This is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, basically the template. This is where the trim margins are for the comic book. And if you look here, there are various elements, but this part here, I'm just flashing off. That is where I scanned and put up the same size layout page. And so this gives me a chance to actually make sure that things are happening, that I want with the lettering also, because I type it in, and I usually sort of estimate how much space the dialogue will take, but I do that and then I can fine tune it. Now I'm not showing you how I found where I am right now, because I'm just going to be able to cut these borders off and adjust them as need be. But with with this process. I find it really interesting, and it's a time saver. Um, I understand where all the how the dialogue is balanced and where the space is and where again, there's just nothing but very minimal dialogue. I just don't need to say it. This is her voiceover, Michael's voiceover here. You could see that, I think. And so what I'm going to do is put a layer on here over this page here. And what I like to do is go by levels. It's like level A, B, and C. This way I don't have everything piled on top of one page, at least in this, in the digital format. So I'm gonna add a level, and I'm gonna put it as a raster layer. And let's see, let me just get that out. And this is going to be, I'm actually now typing in that it's going to be level A. And I'll just say panels, just like panels 1, 2, and 3. That's why I know what I've got here instead of just having a whole bunch of A, B, C, D, E, F, G's. I describe them. And so I'm going to now drop the background here. I'm now, well, that's really what I can say, the background, the thumbnails. I'm going to drop it down to about 50% opacity. I like doing that. That way I get a chance to play around. I mean, I don't see this in my face continually, because otherwise I get confused with the lines. I mean, it's like having another sheet of paper on top of, a rough sketch. So I'm going to now I'm going to use the, let's see, I'm going to use a red color for that, and get my brush. Well, no, pencil. Brush. And I'm going to start playing around with this here, with the shape here more. Michael is now hooked into the wall. Let me just move this here a little bit. Oh, wrong! Wrong place. Okay, there you go. They're gonna say, "What is that?" Okay, as you can see here, the characters are, Michael is running up away from the demons, runs up this mountain of skulls, and when she reaches the top, unfurls her wings, snap her fingers, and out comes the flame. She jumps up with her fist out and launches it using the wings to help her launch. And then she lands onto her fists into the wall, just ahead or above the demons. So now we are here. She's her her wings have retracted. So because she doesn't have enough energy to have both wings and the flames, simultaneously. But the thing about it is that if she had her wings, this beast, this demon would have snapped them. In a place. And so it's just a matter of defensive posture. So let's continue with the drawing. I'm just trying to get more of a feeling from the rough. Now that rough was really small here, really small, and now her foot is planted against the wall also. So you've got some action there. Now, with her arm, encased in the wall with the flames, her right, that's her left arm here, and that's just going to fake where it is. Her right hand comes up and is going to put her hand and grab the hole that fist has made with the flames. And as she's doing that, her legs are going up, and in a sort of like in a split position. And the hair is wrapped around her torso. And that's still more hair that's reacting to the overlapping action. So I'm just going to check in here. And we've got Carol Nisecki. Hello, Carol. How are you doing? Hope I pronounced it correctly. I'm pretty bad. And since I can't hear you pronounce the name, I apologize for any pronunciation problems. But doing good. We're here. We're drawing. So let's see here. I'm at this point here where I'm now trying to make sure that I've got interesting shapes and forms in comparison to the thumbnails that I had before. This is the wings here, and that's her. That's Michael's wings that have turned into tattoos. They just go into her back as though they were tattoos. That's her hair. That's trying to give an interesting flow to all this. Let's roll this back a little bit. And so you can see her the little action lines here. And that's now let's do a comparison. We're going to just drop it. That's our theme. That's our That's our thumbnail drawing underneath here. And I'll show you at once again, it's like at 100%. That's what that was. I laid down that on top. See, now that shows you why I dropped the percentage of the background of the thumbnail, because you could not see what you were doing, if you had both at 100%. And so I'm just going to drop this again down here so you could see this here. And the question is, let's see, Carol says, question, have you ever tried to draw using only a mouse? Yes, but it squealed a lot. I'm sorry, I had to say that. Yes, I tried. In fact, this here, I'm going to show you, be careful. This is the first time I've actually used a digital pen for this period, for any length of time, really. I've always used pencil and paper. I haven't really drawn with a mouse. I've done all my coloring with a mouse, bucket dumps, pretty much, things of that nature. Make it very simple. But it's always been a pencil. And this is the first time I'm writing, a 2B pencil, a Blackwing pencil, blue pencils, red pencils. But with a mouse, it is difficult to get the hand and eye coordination is quite difficult. But I have done a certain amount of drawing with that, but it's very difficult on your hand, and it kind of makes me crazy sometimes. Anyway, that's the answer. Now I'm back to that. So now we've got we've got the first rough for Michael. And now I'm going to start working with. I'm going to do the demon. I'm going to just close up a little bit here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And I will. I'll still use the red, because that's the semi-rough stage that we're in. Yeah. I tried to know where the force is when I'm drawing. I much prefer having that. I'm going to get this just a little bit further here. Okay. The brows and the slam is basically what's working with the teeth. There's a force that's going on here. That's the nostrils. And I'm going to just go to the toothy parts here. And I have some gums here. You can feel the force of the snaps going on here. There's an overlap here and there, and as I do that, you'll see that I'm doing here. I have sort of and scaly wings. And I do a lot of impressionistic stuff in terms of it being the force and the forms. Okay, just there and versus that. Let's see. Um, okay. Now I'm going to twist this snaky body around. So that you can feel that you've got that there's torque, you know, in the action of the character. The character has gone, slam. I'm just moving my cursor across there. You can see that, and it's just a slam, and then you have the over overall. What have I lost here? I lost this here, this here. Oh, wait. It's recovering. It's when I go. I'm going to say this here. When I draw with a digital pen, it can't go as fast as I want it to. I can draw a lot faster with a graphite pencil, but with a digital pen, if I go fast, the numbers, the computer can't. They just can't they go as fast as my brain is thinking and how fast my hand is going. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to go back to this, and hopefully I can now get back to my drawing. Okay. Yeah, there you go. And so when it hits when I'm trying to draw an arc of a for an action. So we've got a snap. So the mouth is going to be snapping away there, and so I've got this kind of line of action that's going on, and then this is, the body's has arched up, and now the teeth have slammed together. So you get that kind of feel there. So let me bring this up a bit more. Okay, all this here. Now I like to. I'll draw now that I've got this this rough still going. I like to do my lettering. As for effects, I like this. I like the actual drawing of the lettering, of the special effects. I don't know. It's just something that gives it a different, an unslick look to it. But there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it probably gives a much easier, more unique uh, feel to the character and to what I'm doing. Okay, gotta save it. So I'm waiting for this to. It rolls and it rolls and it rolls around. Okay, and who have we got? Sorry, a bit late here. Yes, from the desk of a small press publisher. That's Jody McPhee. Hey, how you doing? And as I'm waiting for the the computer to catch up with me. Uh, um, the I was saying to Carol, to Frater, that the uh, the pen, the digital pen, can't go as fast as I want it to. In fact, it slows me down. The uh, the level of how fast I'm drawing is it's still typing away, but it's not giving me, it's all the zeros and ones and what have you are going on, but it's just not, it's not doing for me. So, but if you don't draw as fast as I do, or as impressionistic as I do, then maybe that's good enough. I don't know, but I like drawing pencil on paper, and I will say that for quite a lot more times or years from now. So, but anyway, I'm just going to carry on doing this level here. I'm just going to show you, how far I can go. And in terms of the pacing of this page and these panels, gonna crawl up the hill, the wall here with Michael. The second demon, angel, rather, dragon is going after her, and so now as you've seen, she's placed her. We've got her aunt. What's going on here with her? Did I lose something here? No, good. Her left hand her left arm has got the flames in it, and that's what's attached to it. And she's got she's put her flaming fist through the wall. Right hand is now going to grab onto that hole that she's made in the wall, and now we have, here's the grab, the handhold. But there's still flames going on here. But she's holding on to onto the hole that's been made. Now, what I should do, and I'll do it right now. I'm going to go back to this. Oh, it was the other one. On this one here, she's throwing her fist into that wall here, and there should be. I know that there's a whoosh that I've got here. There's a fist here, but it's also get some flying rock besides the impact. But now here also is, you've got, that's her shoulder here, arm here. That's her left arm here, but it's also the shoulders up here. And there's kind of a torque that I've got to do because she's looking up at that. So I get to just show you that she's got some kind of where her head tilt is. I've got a I'll show. She has a little curl up here. I'm playing with that so that you can have that as a. It's almost an antenna. It's a marker so that when you see her head turn, it's not just the back of her head there, and I guess the hair, the hairline, but rather you also see the front of there. So when she's like this, there's again there's a torque trying to get here. There's an S curve of sorts that goes through the body. She's got her. She has to sort of raise her. She's gone from a position where she's split. There, she's done a split. Now, her legs, her feet are landed, and she's bracing herself against the wall. And just trying to, because she's, so we'll get, let's see, I'm going to do an eraser here. Where's my eraser? Okay. For this, get this here. And I'm going to raise. So it's kind of like she's walking up the wall. And so, but there, and that's hair from the front of her body. She's got her torso, and I'm just trying to get something different other than just mirrored images here. But again, I'm still working my way through this. So we've got this. Come on. Hmm. So we now have an action. Trying to save this. Yeah, that's what it's doing. And okay, the file that's still going through here. Yeah, it's writing. Um, Trying to get an arm action. Let's see here. I'm just trying to get an over, like when. But anyway, trying to get a feeling of slam, bang, slam, bang. So she's crawling up and giving the twist and the turns that a body would have. That's the thing that's important in getting your drawing from panel to panel. Even though it's within a confined space, there's still balance you're trying to maintain. I'm trying to maintain. With let's see here. Yeah. So here's this. Okay. Bang. And I'm going to climb up this ladder for you here so you can see what I'm talking about when I get to that point here. Even though it's still it's still the same basic type of pose. I'm just trying to get something different. And you see how small this one is. So anyway, so now it's kind of like and this is the butt here. So she's got her. We've got, let's see, what, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Trying to get the feeling of her foot against the wall here, planting there. And actually, I'm faking the fact that she's gone up several rungs already, but there's a hole in the wall there, some flames still going on. She's holding on to this particular part of the wall. And there's that. Then there's this, and I've got her, have her looking up. And this is all from the back, so I'm trying to you have to give an impression of what's going on, not be literal about it. Slam here. So again, this is because she's got wings back here, so I'm trying to get that feeling up here. And again, it's a bit more of perspective, feeling of what's occurring with it. And then I'll give some overlapping action on the hair from on the other side of her torso. Let's go here. Let me just. And so I'm going from here to here to here. Let me save. I'm saving the file. So let's see. Any questions? And I don't think I messed up this time around. Switching from camera to camera, you still see everything. And so the exciting part about all this is, you're creating your own world, and I'm not drawing for the sake of just drawing roughs. I'm drawing for the sake of actually feeling the movement, feeling the drawing, the character. And you can see that just pulled it away. You can just see that it's all different. It's not the same thing. There's a feeling of movement going on. So, I was going to make it short this time because there's only so much. I think going over into 50 minutes or an hour without seeing people and actually talking is kind of tough. So, but you get the feeling of what it was like coming into the studio, watching me plan out something and do basically 3 roughs. That's when I was learning, watching was the most important thing. Now, you'll get to you can rerun the video when it's at your leisure, and you can watch me do this. So at your own pace. So let's see here one more time. I'm just going to show this here. And yeah. So any I'm going to say any questions on what I'm doing or any part of the process, whether it be planning or actually the how I get my mind set. I mean, the most important thing for this particular stretch of drawings is to have the line of action. It's impression. Here you've got everything going. You've got the escape here is snap of the demon dragons. Then you've got the action of climbing, and punching and making a hole through with your fist into a wall, and then dragging yourself up. That's the important thing. Everything else you layer on. But if this doesn't read, nothing, it doesn't matter. I could let me just take out the words. What's going on? I don't need words other than for personality in this case, and that's the only thing I've got for you today. So now I'm going to put this up for myself so that I know what I'm doing. And so Joe, Carol, Frater, anything? Well, thanks for showing up. Thanks. I hope this was informative for you. I'm glad that you showed up. I will continue doing this. I'm going to do one next week, and continue on with finishing up. The book. It's on schedule. This is going to be the last page of that I have to draw, actually, and then after that it'll be coloring. And there are choices I make all the time, and you can see what I'm doing, and how I'm playing with this. So I thank you for showing up, and until next week, I'll be at 3 p.m. Look out for me when I make my announcement. It'll probably be Wednesdays. So take care and ciao. Take care. And I'm